when I started, I knew basically nothing, whereas now I can manage a basic conversation with almost anyone I meet.
Now I can speak to Japanese people. I can order things at restaurants and I can make reservations, and I've only been here for about 3 months, so I've learned quite a lot just being in Japan.
はじめまして、サムと申します。今まで、1年間日本に住んでいました。今のクラスは、英語はアドバンスのレベルです。午後日本を頼んだ時、インターカルトの勉強方法は毎日宿題して、本当の自然な日本語を使うことが勉強するから、私、この学のペースがいいと思ってた。だからこの学を決めました。
It's certainly useful to have the kind of structure and the regular tests, the kind of stuff, because with self-study, it would have been unlikely that I would have been disciplined enough to kind of pick it all up. All the classes are in Japanese and almost everything is in Japanese. It's challenging, but yeah, really helpful.
The methods that helped me the most were probably the immersion, where the teachers don't speak any English or very rarely speak English. They would probably just maybe translate a few vocabulary words into English, but other than that, they would completely immerse me in Japanese, which helped me a lot.
I'm really happy with it so far. All of the teachers have been really helpful with regards to not only daily life things, but also in terms of Japanese study. If we say that there's something we don't understand, they'll try to explain it as much as possible. And it's also nice just to be around a lot of people who are also doing the same thing or being in the same level. So we can ask each other questions. We have around the same experiences and around the same level. It's nice to find other people to relate with, and we're all going through the same thing together, so it's kind of fun.
What I recently learned in class is kind of like a more casual form of speech. So we do cut a lot of things like des, mas, and we kind of replace that with da or data. So it cuts it down a lot more, so your speech goes a lot faster and you say a lot less.
Right now, we're learning sort of, I'd say, intermediate grammar, slightly more complicated ways to say things that we learned previously. When I first started, the senseis would speak and everything just went over my head. I would just sit in class what's going on? I didn't understand anything they were saying. But yeah, I'd say the more you just listen to it and kind of stick through it, eventually, you can kind of understand all of their instruction and all their kind of explanations.
Some language points that we focus on the advanced class are a lot of the nuance that goes in between stuff that we might have already learned and stuff that we're learning for the first time. Learning the little nuances in the language, I think, really help us with regards to daily life conversation and also writing anything formal. Now I think I can communicate a lot more effectively, especially with my friends who are Japanese. There's a lot more vocabulary and grammar forms, even casual and keigo I can understand. It's nice to actually open up a newspaper or a magazine or just listen to a video or a television program and be able to understand a lot of what I'm hearing or reading.
After I graduate or at least test N2 from this school, I want to go into university. I do want to go study animation and manga design there.
I think a piece of advice I would give to anyone who wants to study intercultural in particular is know your Japanese level and don't be afraid to ask questions. And when we would ask questions, they were so helpful in giving us the answers, both in Japanese and sometimes in languages we could understand. It was actually really helpful to get that input from a native Japanese speaker and our teachers.
I would definitely recommend it to people that are just coming into Japanese. It's a very friendly school for beginners. It allows you to get used to the pacing of how they teach in Japan. If you're more from Western countries, it's a lot more immersion.